Okay guys, welcome to my channel Drawn in Nature. This time I want to take a look at Filmora 9. It's a pretty easy and good editing program from Wondershare. I bought this and I use it a lot. It's a great and easy editing program to use. I'm just gonna show what I like, and there are some things I don't like that much, but I think we're gonna go through the different stuff to do in this program. I imported some media here. You can see this is filmed with my Osmo Action in flat profile. I'm just gonna show a little bit of my editing flow. I'm a beginner and this tutorial is for beginners too. I use Filmora 9, but I also use DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a much more professional editing program, but it's quite easy to use too. So I just want to show a little bit in Filmora 9. Like I said, I imported some media here. It's quite easy to import files. You can right click in this window and hit import. Then you can choose where you have all your media stored, yeah, and you can import audio and footage as well. So it's quite easy and quite good. So just gonna drag some, yeah, and you can preview your files just by double click, and you can, let's see. You can preview your clips in this window. Just double click on it. And you can see here on the files, they created proxy files, and that's pretty good in Filmora. Every time you drag in the clips, you've been asked if you want to create proxy files, and that's a good thing to do. So it's a little bit easier to play there. And you can also over here do, this is the preview window. Here you have the full quality, but I recommend taking it down to half, so it's plays much more smoother. You can hit spacebar to see what you filmed. You can also, of course, drag it. Let's see, we can import some media here. This is some footage of me hiking in the woods. Yeah. You can take it from there and hit I on your keyboard. Just mark it there, in point, and hit the space bar, or you can drag it like that. That's good enough, and hit O on your keyboard to mark it out. You can take your arrow up in your file and just drag it into the timeline. Simple as that. And you can expand your timeline like this to make the files a little bit easier to see. We're gonna take our next clip. You can mark it in point here, drag it like that. This is some I usually fly my drone, but I like to use some other clips too. Drag it in and snap just like that. The next clip, yeah, I'm gonna take this clip. Let's see. You can drag it, play a little bit faster. Let's take it from there, mark in point, play, drag it like that. That's good enough. You can set your out point and drag it in like that. So now you have your media files down here. You can put pictures or whatever you want. I usually don't use any transitions on my video because I don't like it, but we can import some transitions. Go to effects. Let's see, transitions there. We have a bunch of transitions. This is the paid version of Filmora 9. It's not that expensive at all. We can take this dissolve and put it there. We can bring down a fade like that, and you can drag it, do whatever you want with it to make it longer or shorter. Okay, let's bring in a little bit title here. You can see all your titles here. It's a bunch of them in Filmora 9, and you can also download from Filmstock. Let's use a normal one. I don't like to have so much complicated animations and stuff like that, but you can do it. So double click on your title, and you can you have an advanced window here too. You can hit that like that. You can put in animations and stuff like that. So we're gonna just write hiking in the woods. You can drag it down like that, maybe, and you can put another color on it. You have you can create a bunch of colors here. Make it blue. That wasn't that nice. Let's see. Maybe we can make it like that. Yeah, white standard. And you can do something with the opacity. It's pretty nice. The blur, if you like a little bit like that. You can put a text border on it. You can use black, and you can size the border to make it pop a little bit more. You can blur it like that. You can add text shadow like that. So it's pretty easy to use. You can add animation, a bunch of things, and it's nice to see the effects in the windows, so it's easier to decide what you like. So there's a bunch of them. You just double click like that. It's pretty nice, but I don't like to have animations on text. That's pretty easy, and you can of course change your font. Like that. Impact. You can go back to customize. You can hit OK when you're happy with that. Let's see. Play it. Okay, so you now added some text and you're happy with that. You can go to the color tab. This, you can see this is pretty flat. You can just mark it. You can go to color, go to advanced, like that. Or you can do it another way. You can close down this window. You have it marked here. You can go up here and choose advanced color tuning. And you got your window up. You can resize it like that. So pretty easy to work with. This is, in my opinion, one of the weaknesses with Filmora 9. DaVinci Resolve is a much better color grading software, but that's common in the business. DaVinci Resolve is the best on the market, but this works just fine. And I think it's important when you color grade, color correct what you like. Of course, it's a lot of standards out there, but color correcting and color grading isn't easy, but it's hard to get it right the first time. So you just have to play with it and have fun. Here you have a lot of presets you can apply on it to make your image cool or warm or whatever. I don't like any of these. We'll freeze it all. You can go to adjust. And let's blow up the window a little bit. Here you can see your whole image, and you can hit play here and stop it, or you can hit the space bar and let it play. Then we can do some color correcting here. Maybe have to do something about the white balance, just to make it right. That's too much blue. Maybe we have to. It's a little bit difficult here because you don't have any reference points, but maybe let's do. I like just to play with it. Too much green. We don't have it's not many white things in this shot. I think that looks pretty good, so we can go to. I usually use some LUTs. I have DJI LUT here that I like, Rec 709. It's pretty good to the flat profile in decent like with my Osmo Action, and I use this and adjust my footage using the LUT. Let's see. We can go to. But we're gonna remove the LUT and just color correct it without. So we can go to exposure. Like I said, you need just to play with this. I think that looks pretty good. Let's play a little bit forward. I'm gonna do something about the brightness. Put it down a little bit. Let's see. Like that. Add some contrast to it. It looks pretty good. And of course you have to add some saturation because yeah, you can see it in the colors, and this is a flat profile. Let's crank it up. Maybe something like that. Play a little bit. Looks pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Maybe some vibrance to the footage also. That's too much. Maybe like that. You could do something about your highlights too. And it's important just to play with this. I know there are a bunch of rules on how you color grade or color correct, but I usually do it with my eyes. Put the shadows down a little bit. And the whites need to get down. Maybe something like that. Put your blacks up. Looks pretty good. I think that looks good. And now if your footage is quite similar and filmed in the same profile, you can save it as a preset like this, or we can call it hiking in the woods. Small action. And hit OK. You can turn OK. And now we color corrected this footage. Then you can go to your other footage and go into color settings and go to custom, and here you can see your color grade saved. Let's see. There you have it. Now you can go. You can see I have some presets here, but this is the one I made with the other footage. And hit that. Looks okay. Not great, but okay. Hit OK. You can go to your other, double click, go to advanced, or you can use this tab here. We can go to custom, like that. Display this. We can make it bigger. You can see all my presets. And this was the one we did with the other footage. We can apply that. That looks pretty good. Let's see how our clips are now. Let's play it. Looks okay. And let's import some music. I use Epidemic Sound. That's the best place for music, I think, but you have to pay a little bit for it, not that much. But in Filmora 9 you have some audio included in this software. Not the greatest, but you have some. We can listen to some of it. Just double click. Wasn't the greatest one. can select in Filmora 9. That's what I really like about it. When you found a track or audio file you like, you can hit something called beat detection, and that's a great way to cut all your footage to the beat. But so usually I find my audio files first and then add clips to it. So we can hit beat detection on this file. You can see a little bit of a B come up here. You can drag your audio down. You can see the beats marked here. You can set your beats to every 2 seconds, 4 seconds, or yeah, whatever you like. So let's listen to this. You can see here you have a beat here, so if you want to, you can cut it there, mark it, hit cut, cut there, and delete that. Okay, we have a beat here. Mark that clip and hit and the cut tool, razor tool here, or you can use the cut tool over here and hit delete. Now we can see what disappeared was our transitions, but just to find it again we use dissolve. Just drag it on top again. We can use another one here just for the fun of it. Like that. And this is the way to do it, and this is a great you can use this one just to see your whole timeline like that. If I do stretch it out like that, I can hit this arrow here, zoom to fit timeline, hit that, and you can see everything you have on your timeline. Let's shrink down this audio file like that. There you have it. And let's play our clip and listen. That was the clip, and of course you can do some tweaking on with the audio. You can fade it in, maybe 1.5 seconds. You can fade it out, 1.5 seconds. You have your equalizer here. You can do some classic and low bass and pop and rock and roll and all kinds of different things. You can remove background noise. Yeah, it's a lot to do. For this kind of program, it's quite easy to use. Hit OK. Let's listen. Fading in. Transition, dissolve. Okay guys, this was just an easy tutorial from a beginner to beginners. Filmora 9 is really easy to use. So if you're looking for a good and cheap editing program, this is the one to get. I tried a bunch of other programs. I used this one and DaVinci Resolve 16. The free version of DaVinci. Filmora 9 doesn't cost much at all. You have many good things in this program. Something are missing, of course, but I think they're gonna add it in the future. You have Filmora Pro also. Looks pretty similar to Adobe Premiere Pro. I don't like Premiere Pro at all, because I think the windows and everything looks a little bit of confusing. This is pretty easy. So if you like this, please subscribe to my channel and of course comment. Many more tutorials will come in the future. Hopefully more advanced one when I'm getting better, but remember, I'm a beginner too, like you are. So have a nice day and be safe. See you.